Class 12, today I am going to start probability. First I am telling you some basic things which you have already done in class 11. Now what is random experiment? When you toss a coin, when you roll a die, or when you toss two coins, then this one is known as a random experiment. Okay, means we are doing certain things. Okay, now sample space. It is also known as a sure event and it is denoted by S. Okay, it contains all the random points of a random experiment. When you toss a coin, then either head will come or tail will come. So how many things can come? Head or tail? Then sure event NS. This one is S. Okay, NS equals to 2. Okay. Example I have given, one coin equals to head or tail will come. When you toss a coin, head or tail will come. So NS means sample space equals to 2. Okay. When you toss one coin. Now event or outcomes. Okay, when you toss a coin, head and tail will come. This head and tail called outcomes. Okay, numbers, head and tail numbers 2 times head or tail. So this one is 2. This is known as a sample space. But event is head and tail. The names head and tail is known as event. Equally likely event. Two or more event called equally likely event if their probability of occurrence are equal. Means when you doing two things. Suppose that when you are rolling one die, so there is a probability that even numbers will come 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6 even numbers, or odd numbers can come 1, 3, 5. Okay, so here also 3 probabilities, here also 3 probabilities, equal probabilities. That is known as a equally likely event. That is why I have written P event equals to P odd. Means probability of event to be occur is equals to probability occur to odd, because even we have 3 and in odd we have 3. Okay, so this one is equally likely event. Now class 12, see probability of A. So I have taken A as an event and S as a sample space. So formula of this probability of event to be occur, event A to be occur is number of point of A by number of point of S. Now what this one is indicating, I am taking one example. I am telling you, rolling a die. When you roll a die or when you throw a die, even points A equals to 2, 4, 6, because in a die there is 1 to 6 numbers. 2, 4, 6 are the even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 3. And sample space, in sample space how many points you have? 6, because in die you have 1 to 6 points, so total NS equals to 6. So point probability of A equals to how much? Event to be occur A 2, 4, 6 means either 2 will come, 4 will come, 6 will come, because I am telling you even point only, not the odd point. So that is why I have written 3 by 6. 6 means total sample space, which is 6. So 1 by 2. Now probability of A to be occur equals to 1 minus probability of A complement is not occur. Means A complement means A means occurrence of A, and A complement sometimes it is also written as A dash number or not occurrence of A. Means PA means probability of occurrence of A and PA complement means not occurrence of A. So formula for this one is PA equals to 1 minus P A complement. Copy this one. Now class 12, see probability of A will always lie between 1 and 0. It will not less than 0 or greater than 1. Means its value always lie between 0 to 1. It will not minus, means less than 0 means minus. It will never be minus or not more than 1. Now this one P null equals to 0. P null means probability of null means equals to 0. It means that there is this is impossible probability, means one probability will always occur. Okay, so P null equals to 0 and P S means probability of sure event. S means sure event. Probability of sure event. S here I am writing sure event. Okay, probability of sure event equals to 1. At least one of the probability will always occur. That is why probability of sure event equals to 1 and P null equals to 0 means There will be no such probability that it will not occur. It must be occur. Now mutual exclusive event. What is mutual exclusive event? Two or more events are mutually exclusive if both cannot occur at the same time. Suppose that you have A and B, two events, they cannot occur at the same time. Either A will occur or B will occur. Okay, they both will not occur at the same time. That type of event is known as a mutually exclusive event. Now exhaustive event. At least one event occur. If there is two events, at least one must be occur. Okay, it doesn't mean that both will not occur. It will never happen. Okay, at least one of them will occur. This is exhaustive event, and mutually exclusive event means one time only one event will occur. That type of event is known as a mutually exclusive. Class 12, now you can say I have written probability of A union B. It means that probability of occurrence of at least one A or B means at either A will happen or B will happen, but at least one must be happen at a time. A probability A intersection B means probability of simultaneous occurrence of A and B means one by one. First A will occur, then B will occur, first B will occur, then A will occur. Okay, so just this is nothing but what is the name of this means A union means probability of occurrence at least one of them, and A intersection B means simultaneously they will occur. Now if A and B are two events, okay, are mutually exclusive events. Which type of events they are? Mutually exclusive. Okay, mutually exclusive means at least one of them will occur. At that time, what is the relation between them? Probability A union B equals to PA plus PB. You have to learn all this, okay? Now, if for A, B, C means how many events we have? Three events, A, B and C. At that time, if they are mutually exclusive events, we can write PA union B union C equals to PA plus PB plus PC. Means if they are mutually exclusive event, then union will convert it to plus and probability will go with both. Now again, if there are three events A union B union C, again addition between probability of A, probability of B and probability of C. And if they are mutually exclusive, at that time PA intersection B means probability of A intersection B equals to 0. Learn all this, okay? If A and B are two mutually exclusive and exhaustive events means they are mutually exclusive and exhaustive also. Okay, at that time what will the formula? PA union B equals to PS means probability of A union B equals to probability of sure event. S means sure event equals to 1. Okay, now whenever you have union, I told you probability of A union B you can break it in plus form. PA plus PB equals to 1, so it is nothing but it is coming from here. Now if we have three events A, B and C, then at that time we can say PA union B union C equals to 1. Means PA probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C equals to 1. You can write PS also, I am not showing you, but when we will do the sums, we will use this probability of sure event. Okay, complete up to here. Now class 12 see probability of A intersection A complement is 0. Whatever formula I am giving you, please learn all this formula because questions are coming based on this formula only. Okay, one question can come. So probability of A intersection A complement means occurrence of A and not occurrence of A when they intersect each other, then it will give you 0. Now Venn diagram formula. There is two formula related to Venn diagram. Only learn this formula, only this one will apply when you will solve the question. PA intersection B complement equals to PA minus PA intersection B. P probability of A complement union B equals to PB minus PA intersection. Means here we are giving what sign? Intersection. Here we are giving union sign. Here complement is in B and here complement is in A. Then when it is complement is in B, then we are writing PA. When it is in A, we are writing PB, and that A intersection B and A intersection B will remain same. Okay, right formula. Now class 12, this is De Morgan's law. Probability of A complement union B complement equals to probability of A intersection B whole complement. And this one is probability of A complement intersection B complement equals to probability of A union B complement. Okay, when we are giving union here, we have to give intersection sign. When I am giving intersection sign here, I have to give union sign. Here complement is individually with A and B, but here whole complement. Okay, copy this one. Class 12, see this one. Probability of A union B equals to 1 minus probability of A complement intersection B complement. Please class 12 learn all this formula, because derivation is not so important. Only question will come in the basis of formula. Okay, you must know how to apply the formula, which formula you have to apply. See, if question will come, A union B is given to you and they will ask A complement intersection B complement, then you can use this formula. If there is 3 events A, B and C, then you can use this one. Okay, both are same, only differences I am using here 2 events A and B, and here I am using 3 events A, B and C. Now this one, PA union B equals to PA plus BB minus PA intersection B. Now when it will apply, when A and B are not mutually exclusive, means they can occur at the same time. Okay, because mutually exclusive definition is they will not occur at the same time. Now you will say, ma'am, this one and this one both are same, PA union B and PA union B, but it will apply when we have to find A complement intersection B complement, or this one is given to you, you have to find this one. And when you will apply this one when A union B may be given to you, PA is given to you, PB is given to you, and you have to find PA intersection B. Okay. Now, if in place of B it is B complement, what will happen? Nothing will change. Wherever we have B here, now I will write B complement, B complement. Same with three events, PA plus PB plus PC minus PA intersection B minus PA intersection C minus PC intersection A plus PA intersection B intersection C. Okay, copy this one. Now class 12, conditional probability. PB by A, probability of B by A equals to PA intersection B by PA. It means that probability of event B, when it is known that the event A has actually occurred, means A has already completed, now B has to start. Okay, so at that time what will happen? PB by A equals to PA intersection B by BA, means A already has occurred, now it is the turn to occur B. Okay, that is the formula is PB by A, means it is going to occur, it is already occurred, PA intersection B by PA. Now this PA can come here, PB by A dot PA equals to PA intersection B. So I am writing this one first and this two in RHS. This is known as a multiplicative rule of probability. When there is 3 events A, B and C, at that time multiplicative rule of probability will be this: PA intersection B intersection C equals to PA, PB by A, PC by A intersection B. Okay, this is the rule, multiplicative rule of 3 events to be occur, and this one is for 2 events A and B it is occurring. And from where we are getting from conditional probability. Conditional probability means PB by A means probability of event B when it is known that A actually occurred. Okay. Now this one is the last formula. If A and B are independent event, they both are independent. At that time, probability of A, you can write probability of A by B, or you can write probability of A by B complement. Same thing if it is B, probability of B equals to P, B by A equals to P, B by A complement. If it is given A intersection B, then if they are independent, you can write PA dot PB. And if there is 3 mutually independent event, you can write PA intersection B intersection C equals to PA, PB, PC. Okay. Now class 12, see very short answer. Question number 8. 1A, exercise 1A. for three mutually exclusive events x, y and z, it is given that px equals to 2py equals to 3pz and x union y union z equals to s, where s denotes sure event. Find the value of px. Means x, y, z are three mutually exclusive events and relation are given px equals to 2py equals to 3pz, and they are telling one more thing, x union y union z equals to s, where s is a sure event. And we know that, so first of all, what is given, px equals to 2py equals to 3pz, and they are telling to find the value of px. So what I am doing, I am taking this 2py and px, 2py and px, and I am finding py value. Just I am taking this 2 as a, this one is coming down, so I am getting p value equals to 1 by 2 px or half px. In terms of px, I am finding the value. Again, what I am doing, I am taking px and 3pz, px equals to 3pz. Again, I am finding what value? Here I have to find pz value. I am getting pz value in terms of px, means probability of x. I am just taking 3 down, so it is becoming 1 px by 3. Okay. Now what is given to you? X union y union z equals to s, means sure event, and you know that by the formula that union of any three events will give you 1, and sure event means 1 only, because probability of sure event is always 1. Okay, so x union y union z equals to s equals to 1. Why I have written? Because I know x union y union z means probability of any three event equals to 1. Now I am writing formula. We know that, no need to write here, start from here. We know that probability of A union B union C equals to 1. From formula you go to the formula page and see. Now in place of P A union B union C union, you can break this one in addition. So PA plus PB plus PC equals to 1. Now in place of A, I am taking x, b, y and c, z. Why? Because in the question it is given in terms of x, y, z, not in terms of A, B, C. Okay. Now px I am writing as it is. Py value I am getting half px, so I am writing half px. Pz I am getting 1 by 3 px, so I am writing 1 by 3 px. After that I am taking LCM. So LCM will be 2 3s are 6. Here 6px will come plus 3px will come plus 2px will come equals to 1. Now this 6 will go that side, it will become 1. Okay, and when you will add 6px plus 3px plus 2px, you will get 11px. Now this 11 will come down, so you will get px value equals to 6 by 11. Okay, copy this one. Class 12, very short answer type question. Question number 9. If A and B are two events associated with a random experiment such that PB equals to 0.35, PA or B equals to 0.85 and PA and B equals to 0.15, find PA. Okay. So or means I have written PA and B equals to 0.15, it is given, and means union, that is why I have written PA union B equals to 0.15. PB is given 0.35, PA or B is given 0.85, or means intersection. So PA intersection means 0.85. Okay. One formula we know, when these three things are given to you, union A union B, one PB value and one A intersection B value, then you can use this formula to find PA. We know that PA union B equals to PA plus PB plus PA intersection B. PA union B value is 0.15, PA value you don't know, you have to find this one. PB value is 0.35, PA intersection B value is 0.85. When you will subtract, you will get 0.50. When you will, it will come here, when you will add, you will get 0.65. Means probability of A you are getting 0.65. Now class 12C, very short answer, question number 11. It is given A and B are two events not mutually exclusive connected with a random experiment E. If PA equals to 1 by 4, PB equals to 2 by 5 and PA union B equals to half, find the value of the following probabilities. First is PA intersection B. They told you already that not mutually exclusive. When it is not mutually exclusive, then formula is PA union B equals to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. PA union B given half PA 1 by 4 plus PB 2 by 5 minus PA intersection B. Now I am taking plus 1 by 4 this side plus 2 by 5 this side, both will become minus. When you will take the LCM, I think you know how to take LCM. When you will take the LCM and solve, you will get minus 3 by 20 equals to minus PA intersection B. Now minus minus will cancel, PA intersection B equals to 3 by 20. Now second question they are telling you, they are asking PA intersection B complement. So PA intersection B complement means you have to use Venn diagram formula. By Venn diagram I have written already. PA intersection B complement equals to PA minus PA intersection B. PA value is 1 by 4, PA intersection B value is 3 by 20. When you will take the LCM, 25 minus 3 will come, 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 by 20. In 2's table you can cancel, 2 ones are 2 tens are 1 by 10 you will get. Okay. Now third one is PA complement union B complement. Both complement. At that time formula you can get formula from De Morgan's law. By De Morgan's law you can write PA complement union B complement equals to PA intersection B whole complement. And you know when you have whole complement, you have done this one. If you have PA, then you can say that 1 minus PA complement. You can say this one means probability of A occurrence is always equals to 1 minus probability of not occurrence of that event. Only what I am writing here in place of A intersection B complement, I am if you will take this one this side, so it will come PA intersection and this plus probability A will go that side, it will become minus PA intersection. So that is why in place of A intersection B complement I am writing 1 minus PA intersection B. Now P probability of A intersection B value I got from first one 3 by 20. When you will take the LCM of 1 minus 3 by 20, you will get 17 by 20. So first answer is 3 by 20, second answer is 1 by 10 and third answer is 17 by 20. Copy this one. Class 12, see question number short answer 30. It is given PA equals to 1 by 3, PB equals to 1 by 2, PA intersection B equals to 1 by 4. And they are telling you to find PB complement, PA intersection B complement, PA union B, B by A and 2 more. Okay, first I am completing up to here. So you know that if it is PB complement, you can write 1 minus PB because complementary is nothing but equals to 1 minus means probability of not occurrence of B is equals to 1 minus probability of occurrence of B. That is why I have written 1 minus PB. So 1 minus PB value is half. When you will take the LCM, 1 minus half you will get half only. That is why I have written half. Now they are asking PA intersection B complement. You will get this one from Venn diagram formula. That is why I have written Venn diagram there. So formula is PA minus PA intersection B. PA value is 1 by 3. PA intersection B is 1 by 4. When you will take the LCM, you will get 1 by 12. Now third one they are asking PA union B. Okay, they are not mentioning mutually. They are mutually exclusive or not. So if it is not mentioned, you can take this formula PA union B equals to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. PA is 1 by 3, PB is half, PA intersection B is 1 by 4. When you will take the LCM, it will come 12, up it will come 4 plus 6 minus 3. So when you will add or subtract, you will get 7 by 12. Now PB by A, conditional probability. PB by A means B events are going to occur and A has already occurred. Okay, so PA intersection B by PA. Now this value is 1 by 4. It is given already. PA is 1 by 3. It is also given. When you will do divide this one, you will get 3 by 4. Now 5 is PA complement intersection B complement. So from De Morgan's law, you will get PA union B whole complement. And in place of PA union B whole complement, you can write 1 minus PA union B. So 1 and PA union B value is 7 by 12. From first answer you got this one. So when you will subtract, when you will take the LCM, you will get 5 by 12. Now sixth question is PA union B complement. Okay, formula is PA plus PB minus PA intersection B complement. PA value is this, PB value is this, PA intersection B complement is 1 by 12. When you will solve this one means when you will take the LCM, you will get 9 by 12. When you will cancel 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, you will get 3 by 4. So 6 questions were there. I have completed already. Please learn the formula, otherwise you will not be able to do the sums. Thank you. Now class 12. One more thing, theory part is this. If probability of A equals to m by n, means it is given in ratio, maybe m is to n, then odd in favor of A are. When they will ask you the question, they will ask you whether it is in favor of A or against of A. If it is written that odd in favor of A, then you will write m by m plus n. Means up one you will write as it is, and m and n will add up when it is favor of A. And odd against the A means at that time formula is probability of A equals to n by m plus n. N means the lower one, m plus n, both will add up. Okay. Now see short answer, question number 71. It is written there. The odd against two events are 2:7 and 7:5 respectively. If the events are independent, find the probability that at least one of them will occur. Again I am reading the question. The odds against two events are 2:7. Odd against two. So which formula we will use? This one, because it is odd against A means A is event. Okay. So that is why I am written PA. Let probability of A equals to 2:7. Now I am converting into 2 by 7. Means I am just removing the ratio and giving division sign. Now odd against A are PA equals to. Since it is written odd against A, which formula we will use? PA equals to n by m plus n. N by m plus n. N is 7. N is 7 in the question. And m plus n is 7 plus 2. So you will get 7 by 9. Another events are given PB. I am taking let probability of B. Event B is 7:5. So I am again converting into fraction 7 by 5. Again I am writing odd against B are PB equals to n by m plus n. N is 5, m plus n, 5 plus 7. This one is 7. Okay, 5 plus 7 plus 7 will give you 12. Now what they are asking? They are asking, and they are even. They are told already that if the events are independent, find the probability that at least one of them will occur. At least one of them means A union B, because at least one means probability of A union B is known as the probability of occurring at least one of them. Okay, so formula is PA union B equals to PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. Now PA value I got how much? 7 by 9. PA value from there 7 by 9. PB value is 5 by 12. So 5 by 12 I got. But PA intersection B we don't know. In the question it is written they are independent. So independent means in place of A intersection B I can write PA into PB. Go to the formula and you can see in independent formula it is written in place of PA intersection B, PA into PB. Okay, because they are telling you that they are independent. Okay, so after writing this one PA in PB, I can write PA union B equals to 7 by 9 plus 5 by 12 minus PA value is 7. PA value is 7 by 9 and PB value is 5 by 12. Okay, after this we have to solve this one. I am writing this solution. So PA union B equals to 7 by 9 plus 5 by 12. 7 5s are 35, 9 12s are 108. Now I have to take the LCM 108, 12s are. When you will divide 12s are, 12 7s are 84 plus 9s are, 9 5s are 45 minus 35. Now subtract this 2, you will get 10. 10 plus 84, 94 by 108. Okay, now cancel this one. 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14, 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8. Means 47 by 54 is your answer. A union B means at least one of them occur. In the question they are asking this only. probability that at least one of them will occur. Now class 12C, when it is short answer question number 20. It is written in the question that from 200 tickets marked with the first 200 natural numbers, one is drawn at random. Find the probability that it is multiple of 3 or 7. Or means you have to find union A union B. Okay. So after that they are telling you to find A union B. Now what you will do? First you have to find multiple of 3. Okay, multiple of 3 means how you will find? How many total numbers are there? 200 natural numbers. So and it is multiple of 3 and 7. So what I am doing? 200 natural numbers are there. First I am dividing by 3 and getting 66 as a quotient, and whatever remainder will come you will not see this one. Okay, only 66 means probability of getting 3 multiple of 3 is 66. So that is why written let A is the event that 200 is multiple of 3 and B is the event that 200 is multiple of 7. Okay, so first of all what I am doing, I am dividing. You can do it fair also as well as rough also, but you have to show this one. So you are getting 66 as a quotient. So what you will write? Probability of 3 PA equals to 66 by what is the total numbers? 200 to 66 by 200. Now probability of that of 7. Okay, multiple of 7. So again what you will do? 200 you will divide by 7. So 7 2s are 14, then 7 8s are 56. 4 you are getting as a remainder. You will not see this one. So what is the probability? 28. So you will write 28 by 200. Means total numbers you have to write as a division, because in probability you know the definition. PA by PS means sample event to be occurred by total sample. So total sample is 200. That is why we are writing. Now we have to find multiple of 21. Now you will ask from where this 21 is coming. When you will multiply this 2, 7 3s are 20, 1 will come. It means that you have to find probability when it is multiple of 21 also. Now 200 divided by 21 you will get in 9 times 189. 11 is coming as a remainder. You will not see this one. So 9 times it is coming. It means 9 by 200. Now you will ask why we are finding A intersection B. Means this one why we are finding, because we have to find A union B. Okay. Means 3 or 7 multiple of 3 or 7, probability of multiple of 3 or 7. So we are finding this equals to PA plus PB minus PA and intersection B. Now put PA, PB and then P intersection B formula, you will get 17 by 40. Means just I am putting PA value, PB value and PA intersection B value, just then I am taking the LCM. I am getting 85 by 200. When I am cancelling using 5 table, I am getting 17 by 4. Class 12, your homework is very short answer question number 10, short answer question number 12, 14, 17, only 2 and 25. And where you will submit, you know this one. And then info.sma@outlook